Oh, hello. Danny here from Surfer. Welcome back. Welcome to Module 2, Pillar 2, the writing phase. So, in this module, we're going to talk all about what you should include in every single post to make your readers happy, your managers happy, and Google happy. First, I want to reiterate that Google likes quality content. They're on to the tricks and workarounds, so the more you prioritize creating readable, relevant, and engaging content, the better. This will be a brief overview of sorts. Think of it as a checklist. Are you ready? But first, a not so fun fact. In the year 2000, the average attention span was 12 seconds. Today, it's about 8 seconds. Here's the not so fun part. The attention span of a literal goldfish is about 9 seconds. It's crazy, right? This brings me to my first point. Your text needs to be visually attractive and easy to read to get people's attention. One thing that every article should contain is a handy-dandy table of contents. This is one way to ensure that your reader has a frictionless journey on your page. If they can access the information that they're looking for without the hassle, they're more likely to stay on the page and read, but also they're more likely to come back. The next thing we at Surfer recommend including is images. But wait, not just images, but their alt text too. I think it's pretty obvious why including images in your post is a good idea. But just in case, I'll spell it out. Our attention span is worse than that of an actual goldfish, people. Images help break up the text and illustrate things that cannot fully be conveyed via the written word. Including the alt text for all your images is also really helpful for the visually impaired who use voice speakers when reading text on the internet. Using visuals like pictures, GIFs, videos, wait, is it GIFs or GIFs? That's another conversation. When you use them in your blog post or article, it's really helpful in terms of SEO because each image you add should also include an alternative text or alt text. It's perfect for including relevant keywords and any entities you pulled from NLP analysis. So, what is alt text? Have you ever gone to load a page and the images took longer than expected? Alt text is what shows up to describe what's happening in the image. It acts as a plan B in this case. So not only are alt text really great for SEO purposes, it's one more step that you can take to make your writing and the world a bit more inclusive. So for the visually impaired, alt texts are really, really helpful. Additionally, it provides context and, when done correctly, only adds to your SEO efforts, as alt text is also indexed by Google. Don't let Google AI classify your image in the wrong way and decide it's irrelevant to your content. If you can get your image to rank high enough on Google Images, Google may display your picture as an on-SERP feature for your keyword. Let's move on to headings. Not only do they make your text look polished, they're extremely important to any SEO strategy. Why? They help search engines crawl and determine how to best rank your page. Oh, and while I'm here, let's talk about word count, shall we? There's this long-standing myth that the longer your content, the better. I'm sorry to tell you, but that's a complete oversimplification. As I mentioned before, writing a super long article for a question that can be answered in a few paragraphs isn't always the best practice. So, after researching your competitors, if you think that the content that you're seeing on Google is not really offering a complete and thorough answer, then add more text. What you shouldn't do is get fixated on outwriting your competition. So in October 2018, Google announced their Search Quality Evaluator guidelines for the first time ever. These guidelines serve as a base for Google's employees to rate websites. Google hires people to help improve their algorithms and search results. Google employees manually check websites and rate them in terms of expertise, authoritativeness, trustworthiness, but also general website quality and presence. So it's not completely algorithm-based, which is good news for us. Either way, the fun part is we all get to find out what Google considers to be a high-quality page. So here's the SparkNotes version. EAT, expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness. According to Google, a high-quality page or high-quality content ticks these three major boxes. EAT articles should be written by an expert on the subject. Check. Be considered an authority in their sector, so they should have more than one article on their site about the topic in question. Check. And lastly, be a trusted source of information. No sprouting conspiracy theories or claiming the sky is purple. And hopefully, check. EAT is especially important for YMYL sites. What in the world is YMYL? This acronym stands for Your Money, Your Life. It refers to the types of pages that could potentially impact a person's future happiness, health, financial stability, or safety. One way to make this a bit more straightforward is by adding an author bio to clearly define your niche and qualifications. I guess when I think about it, it makes sense, doesn't it? So, I've got good news. I like good news. I imagine you like good news too. 95% of the things that I've mentioned in this lesson can be handled with one amazing tool. It's Surfer's content editor tool. And I know you're thinking, I'm not just biased because I work at Surfer. I'm a writer. And it really, really, really is helpful. With the content editor, you'll be able to create an outline with organized headers, get a suggested number of images to include, receive a range for ideal word count, and basically watch the metric move up, 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 and into the green zone. I'd like to end this lesson with a few rapid fire questions that you can and should ask yourself when creating content. Ready? Steady? Let's go. Did you include a clickable table of contents? Have you added headers to make your text scannable, skimmable, and easy to read? Did you remember to include high quality and relevant images with a clear yet optimized alt text? Have you added visual pauses like bullet points, numbered lists, or bold and italics to highlight or emphasize certain words? Is your word count within optimal range? Have you added an author bio that establishes you as a reliable source? And have you taken a break from your computer and gone outside for a walk? No, not yet? Then go do that. Priorities. Okay. I will be waiting for you in the next lesson. Take your time. I'll be there. I'll be waiting for you. And we'll talk about how to use the content editor with a bit more detail. And we'll also talk about how to use our AI.